West Coast. We are live in the building, man. How's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? I am on the road again. I had to go out to the city of Orange, where the people are orange. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, West Coast. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that share button. Go ahead and hit that star button. Let the comments populate in here. How do I sound, though? Everybody let me know how I sound, how I look. What's up with you, Mr. Cowboy? What's up with you, Mr. Cowboy? Second like. What's up with you, my boy? Holly, hallelujah. What's up with you? Appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate you, Mr. Cowboy, for being a second like. And I didn't even catch who was the first, but I appreciate you too. What up with you, Deshaun? Appreciate you, my guy. Hey, you in Cali now? Part of California you in? Mr. Cowboy says I'm loud and clear, man. So what's on your mind? Hey, you guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, it's two things y'all must do. First thing you must do is you must hit that share button, man. What's up with you, Anthony Winters, Sr.? You got to hit that share button. So make sure if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit it. Appreciate you. What's up, Gary? Slow motion. What up with you, Anthony? All right, let's go ahead and talk about it, man. Do I think Micah Parsons' deal is almost done? No. I don't believe it's done. Because from what the Cowboys like to, from what we've seen in past history, what the Cowboys like to do is they like to pay their rent up. They like to pay their rent like the day before it's due. So I would say the Cowboys are gonna wait. Even if they have money allocated to pay him, I believe they're going to wait until the last moment because that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's like for the Cowboys, they feel that there's more. How do I say? There's more advantage to paying late than paying early. So because of that, I would think that Mike is not going to get paid no time soon. Even if he gets paid this year, it'll be like at the last moment, at like when they absolutely have to and they can't. You know what I mean? It'd be something like that. The Cowboys have just never been proactive. So for me to believe that they're going to be proactive now, it's hard for me to believe that. So yeah, I don't believe they're going to pay him anytime soon. Let's see. Somebody said, yeah, there's no urgency. There's no advantage. There's no savings. There's no, you know what I mean? I mean, there is a savings in signing him this year, but there's not a savings in signing him like this week. So since there's like no sense of urgency, no, I don't believe they're going to sign him this anytime soon. No, I don't believe so. I think if anything, he'll get signed like right before the season starts because I believe the Cowboys don't want to give Micah no $30 million and then have to go like not see him for like to a month. You know what I'm saying? If anything, Micah will get paid like in the beginning of training camp. Like the first week of training camp, he'll get paid. Because that's usually how they do it, man. Like they don't like paying people and then they get to go on vacation and spend the money and possibly get in trouble. Not saying he will, but the Cowboys don't like you getting money and then you going to go spend it all fast. They don't like that. So they like to pay people in training camp, like Jalen Smith, like Ezekiel Elliott. Like that's what they like to do. Like Dak. Like they like to play guys at training camp. And, you know, one of the Cowboys' tactics that they always like to use is part of the reason why they like to pay players at training camp is because the agents aren't there. So technically, Michael will probably get paid. Michael will probably get paid like the second week of training camp. Because the first week of training camp, everybody's going to be there, including the media and all that stuff. So he's not going to get paid that week. He'll get paid the next week when his agent leaves. That's when they'll bump into Micah, in the hallway and say, "Hey, Micah, you got like 2 minutes to talk real quick?" He's gonna think they're gonna ask him about some New Jersey style or something, and they're gonna pull him in a room that's gonna be already hot, and they're gonna sit. They're gonna sit Jerry Jones on one side and Stephen Jones on the other side, and they're gonna make it real close, so he feels uncomfortable, and then they're gonna talk to him about a deal. And it's gonna preferably be a room where no cell phone service works, so that you can't call your agent. So Micah, there goes the setup right there. You on your way to the bathroom from lunch, and Jerry Jones be like, "Hey man, can I talk to you real quick?" Don't go in there, Micah. That's what they did to Dez. That's what they did to Jalen. Well, that's what they tried to do to Dez. They didn't do it to Dez. They didn't actually do it to Dez. That's what they tried to do to Dez. That they did that to Jalen for sure. You know what I'm saying? I know that for a fact. Jalen said, Jalen was on his way to practice. He was running. He was about to go on his way to practice, and they called him over out of practice when they were doing the warm ups. He walked back there, and that's where he took his deal. Told me the question was, when do I think Michael Parsons will get his money? At the last moment. That's what I think. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it real. If you're trying to get because the Cowboys always like in business, you like to get something for nothing. Whenever you can get a 2-for-1, that's always a good thing. If you pay one thing, but you get for two, it's always a good thing. The Cowboys want a 2-for-1 on Micah Parsons. One, they already know they have to pay him, so there's really no there's nothing they get extra for. You know what I mean? They're paying Micah to keep him, not to get him. They already have him. You know what I'm saying? So if you're the Cowboys and you want to be able to get, so they're not going to give you a trophy. Places you sign Micah Parsons, here goes the trophy. They're not going to give you a trophy because you don't get trophy dues. They got to build their own incentive. Well, what's a natural incentive player? Give him $30 million right before training camp starts or while he's at training camp. Why? Because, bruh, that's if someone's getting ready to go to a season and they're training and you give them $30 million, don't you think they're gonna try a little harder? And I'm gonna tell you this right here. The reason why I don't believe Micah Parsons is gonna get paid early is because the Cowboys said that they value the first year of the contract. The first year of the contract is very important to the Cowboys. Like first year production. I think part of the reason why he won't get paid the training camp is they want to ensure that nothing stupid happens over this little point right here. Call it old school, but I believe that's how the Cowboys think. Sorry. But I mean, even if Parsons doesn't get signed, you still technically have him for 2 years. And you can franchise tag him. You can make him play on this year and then franchise tag him twice. He's going to be very, very pissed. Very, very mad. I don't know how that's going to go well for production, but he's going to be very mad if you do that. But you could do that. Would he hold out? He could hold out, but the way that CBA is set, I mean, that's the thing. Micah Parsons, as long as Micah Parsons is making a ton of money off the field, then he'll be okay to sit out. Because man, they're taxing that paycheck, bro. If you sit out now, like the CBA is very, very specific. Like you do have a legal obligation to hold out if you don't agree with a contract that you are in. But they also have new parameters that allows them to tax that ass too. Appreciate you, Herman. Well, I say it like this. If Parsons not signed by preseason, he ain't getting signed this year. Because you already know that he's not playing in preseason. So they don't have any leverage to sign him in preseason. The leverage would be to sign him in training camp. And if he's already at training camp practicing, then I mean, what leverage does he have, or what leverage are they going to use? What's up with you, Miller? So me personally, I don't think Micah Parsons gets signed. And like I said, I don't think he gets signed until the last moment. So that's the answer to the soon. Do I believe it's this year? I do believe he's going to get paid this year, though. I believe he's going to get paid the second week of training camp. Or the first day of, honestly, he'll probably get paid the first day of training camp because, bruh, media's there. Boom, they make him the largest paid. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? You're going to the game in Vegas? Absolutely. Absolutely. What are my thoughts on T Mac or Golden? Honestly, I like them both. Um, I would take Golden just because of what I want to do with this offense. I want a guy where Dak can literally just tell him to run as far as he can, and he can just achieve the ball in the air. I love Cavante Turpin, but I don't think that's necessarily. He can definitely outrun some guys, but I want a receiver. I want a real receiver who can do it. And Cavante Turpin is going to be used more in the offense, especially with what he's getting paid now. He should be. At least he should be. He's making more than your running backs. Cavante Turpin makes more than all your running backs combined, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I would think Cavante is going to be definitely used in your offense for sure. But I like Golden simply because now I'm gonna tell you. I think they're both. I think they're both. Top 15 picks. Like I don't put no shade off of what T Mac said with his mouth because his game can solidify that. The reason, even think about this: if T Mac really, if listen to me, if watching film really affected him, he wouldn't be in this position today. That's all I'm saying. So people can't tell me that's gonna that affected him because look at the position that he's in. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm more inclined to tell him I'm going to be more successful. You know what I mean? Continue to do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But I like Gold. I like Golden. I do. I like his speed, man. I like that speed. We've never had a receiver with that type of speed before. I want to see what that looks like. I want to see what my offense looks like with a guy who can really take the top off the offense, off the defense, move that safety. So the safety does have to look out for him. You know what I'm saying? So what does that mean? That means see, you need a guy who can command double team at some point. You have to double team speed. That right there, moving the safety naturally is going to give CD Lamb one-on-one coverage. So that means CD Lamb's going to be a better receiver. I thought he was going to take Brandon Cook's role. Figured that's why they didn't bring him back. Yeah, Brandon Cooks was your second receiver, though. I don't think he's going to be your second receiver. But he definitely getting paid like one. I mean, I can't see it because I don't. I mean, I don't know. But this is the thing, man. I don't know what Cavante Turpin would do with that type of production, with that type of I don't know. I'm not gonna hate on him either because this is what he's been looking for. He's been looking for an opportunity, and they're paying him like he should. Now, do I automatically want to put him in that position? No, I definitely want to draft a kid. But I think at $1 million, $4 million, whatever he paid, he definitely is gonna have to be using the offense because that's way too much for a guy bringing kick returns and putbacks. That's way too much. Texas. Ted said that when he was a freshman. I'm pretty sure he did. That sounds like something a dumb kid would say. But even if you don't watch film, why would you say it? That's why I was saying, like, that doesn't sound like anything that a kid that's preparing to go to the NFL would say out of his mouth. Because his agent would at least tell him, no, you don't say that. But I mean, I'm going to keep it real. Shoot, maybe that's the reason why he ended up at Arizona. Just keeping it real, bro. Maybe that's the reason why Ted ended up at Arizona. Hopefully, he learned his lesson. Ain't nobody trying to go to no freaking Arizona. I think this Brandon was last season. I think he's retired for sure. Do you think Parsons' contract gets done before the draft? No, it won't get done before the draft. To be honest with you, January. When's the draft? April. Bruh, the Cowboys are only. Listen to me. The Cowboys are no longer in free agency mode. I don't think anything free agency is going to happen in the month of April. I think, and to be honest with you, you should. Your free agency stuff should be done. But I think the month of April is going to be all draft picks. They should be. You're going to draft. So no, I don't believe it gets done before the draft. Like the Cowboys aren't going to sign him on some random day. There has to be a day where all eyes are on them. I'm sorry, I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to when does schedule release. I mean, they already know what games that who we play, but they just don't know when we play them. You can Google the opponents for next year for this year, but you just don't know what days we play them. That Cowboys and Raiders game is gonna be expensive, but it's gonna be stupid. Everybody can be in there in the biggest for that week, but schedule release usually releases around like between May like 14th, like May 14th and the 16th or something. Like whatever the second Thursday is in the month of May. That's usually when it comes out. They got to get it out in time enough for the season ticket holders to buy them. But they don't even know what the schedule is going to be right now because they don't make the schedule until after the draft. Because you got to remember they make the schedule based off of matchups, and they're going to take those matchups in consideration when they make the schedule. Like I'm pretty sure if they can get a Cam versus Shador game, I'm pretty sure they're going to absolutely try to, as hard as they possibly can, depending on obviously what different teams they get drafted to. But you won't know that information until after they get drafted. Raiders game should be prime time. Yeah, it should, as long as the Raiders are good. Because you got to remember, the Raiders ain't been good like in 2 years. The only reason why it's even a game worth, and the Cowboys weren't good last year either. So the only reason why it's going to be good is if both teams are good. But I mean, for ticket wise, hell yeah, it's going to sell regardless, man. Everybody in Southern California is going to that game, and every Raider fan from Southern California is going to that game, and every Raider fan in Las Vegas is going to that game. That ticket's going to sell out very, very fast, and the ticket's going to be very expensive. It's going to be a playoff game. So hopefully both teams are good, right? Yes, Cooks went back home, went back to the Saints. That's why I believe this is. I think that's why I believe this is his last season. I think he wants to retire as a New Orleans thing. I think they're gonna sign Mike Parsons. I just don't believe they're gonna do it right now. There ain't no reason to do it. Cowboys don't get nothing for it. They don't get no type of luxury, no type of nothing for signing him early right now. They just got the fact of knowing they did it. And then think about this: you sign Michael Parsons, he's still going to podcast and talk to you. Not saying I'm against it or anything like that. I'm just making jokes. I wouldn't have a problem with signing Michael Parsons, but he don't do nothing. And dude works out, be on his podcast, plays Xbox. Like he doesn't dress like he's hitting. Like he doesn't dress like he's like out there like that. Like he still be wearing like branded stuff like Nike. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever his brand is, Adidas. He still be wearing a lot of Adidas stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not like CeeDee Lamb where he's like designer doubting. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't even ask y'all, but if y'all want to, man, hit that Cash App, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm about to start doing a fundraiser. Get my son's gonna play this flag football. It's $130. I got 2 sons, so it's $260. Trying to raise so we can get that taken care of. Y'all get that Cash App, man. Everything that these shows go to is definitely gonna go to that. I gotta pay it by Friday. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure it out. Y'all know what it is. I'll do some type of giveaway or something. On game day, the cheapest Cowboys versus Raiders ticket is $600. I 100% believe it, and it's probably in the leaders. 100%. 100%. I mean, that $600 sounds like a playoff game. That's why I said it's going to be playoff game tickets. Now, a playoff game, Cowboys, you're not getting in for less than $500 unless you're buying tickets off somebody. I think it's good. Jerry Jones might trade Parsons if they don't agree to a contract. No, I don't think they're going to trade Mike Parsons. Because if they were going to trade him, you would have traded him before C time so you could get better assets. You don't want to trade. I mean, but you know what, man? Cowboys love them damn draft picks, bro. And there ain't nobody in the draft that has 2 first-round picks. So who would you be trading them for? Like you have pick 12. You're not going to trade them for like pick 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. You're not going to trade them for that. And nobody, and you got to think like this. Anybody in the top 10 can go get the other dude, Abdul Carter from Penn State, who wears the same number as Mike. So I don't think you can trade. I don't think nobody's going to give up a first round pick for a defensive end. You can just go draft the kid from. You can just go draft the kid from Penn State. Standing room only was $470 for the Cowboys versus the Green Bay Packers game. The game that we lost, it was $470. It was like $450 for the one versus the 49ers too. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure teams would be interested, but nobody's giving up a top 10 pick for him. If you could just go draft Abdul Carter, and you got to think like this: you could draft Abdul Carter and have 5 years on his contract. If you trade for Mike Parsons right now, you still have to pay him. Or you could get Abdul Carter for 5 years on the cheap. All you got to do is draft him. You're going to lose the first round pick anyway because you're going to either give it to the Cowboys to get Micah Parsons or you're going to give it to the draft to get Carter. But Carter's younger. He's on a 5-year deal that's cheaper than Micah's. Carter's whole 5-year deal will be cheaper than Micah Parsons' first year. And Abdul Carter's probably going to get like a 5-year deal worth $30 million. His rookie deal. Micah's going to be making $30 million a year. So if you want Micah Parsons that bad, you try to get Carter. You try to get Carter first. Standing room only tickets are good. You just got to get there early, man. You just got to get there really early, bro. You just got to get there really early because, man, you have people that have been standing in those same spots for 7, 8 years, bro. So they stand there as if they're like seats, and they're not moving for no little kid or nothing, bro. You just got to get there. As long as you get there early, you're good. If you're a person that's going to stand the entire game, which I ain't going to lie, I do. The only time I sit down is at halftime. Sometimes I just go to the bathroom. If I have seats, I do sit, though. I do. But I've been in the Miller Lite zone so many times, and they don't have seats down there. Well, they do, but they're inside. Or you can stand on the field. That, like, I'm just used to standing. So I actually can stand an entire game for sure. I've done it several times. If I had to choose between a really close seat and standing all game at the Miller Lite zone or a really close seat, I mean, I'm 42, man, so I'm supposed to pick the sitting down one, but I ain't gonna lie, I like being close to the players, bro. I like that feeling of being right there, putting your hand out and shaking their hands as they're going in and hearing Dak yell at people and hearing that. I'm just playing Dak gonna yell at everybody. He's gonna yell. Hearing, I like all that. I like being on the sidelines, man. I like looking at Dak offense, like looking at plays and stuff and imagining I know what they talking about. You know what I mean? So Like sometimes it'd be a cerebral moment, like, damn, I'm really sitting here watching these guys go on the field while they're recording it, and this is on TV. I mean, as long as you got some good shoes, I would just say you got to get some good shoes and then go to the bathroom first, man, because go stand in the standing room only, go to the bathroom, starts all over. I personally wouldn't trade Michael Parsons either. I don't think anybody's going to give you two first round picks for him. Now, with Abdul Carter in the draft. Adam Thielen signed with the no, he was with Carolina last year. I don't know if he signed anywhere. He's kind of older though. He's a route runner though. He's not really what I'm looking for though. Told you I wanted a speedster. I don't think there's a wide receiver whose skill set is just going to naturally demand two man coverage. But I do believe like a guy who's just ridiculously fast. Yeah, I don't think you can get a Herschel Walker type trade for Micah Parsons because they don't value those types of guys that much. Like, look what they. I mean, nobody wanted to trade for Miles Garrett. He's defensive player of the year. Peace.